Did your engine immobilizer warning light just show up on your dashboard? You might also hear it called the anti-theft system. Different names, but they're both talking about the same thing. And now you're probably thinking, great, how do I reset this? Well, you've landed in the right place because in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to fix and reset your engine immobilizer step by step without all the confusing jargon. But before we jump into the reset steps, let's quickly talk about how the immobilizer, or anti-theft system, actually works. Understanding that part will make the fix a lot easier, and it might even help you avoid the same problem in the future. So, what exactly does the immobilizer system do? Think of it as your car's built-in bodyguard. It's a security feature that stops the engine from starting unless it detects the right key or the correct electronic signal. In simple terms, it immobilizes your vehicle, so even if someone tries to hotwire it or use the wrong key, they're not going anywhere. Here's how it works. Inside your car key or key fob, there's a tiny transponder chip. When you put the key in the ignition or press the start button, that chip sends a unique code to your car's computer, also known as the ECU. If the code matches what the ECU has stored, the engine starts like normal. But if the code is wrong, missing, or not detected at all, the car simply refuses to start. That's how it keeps your vehicle safe from theft. It's pretty amazing technology when you think about it. But like any electronic system, it's not completely immune to the occasional hiccup. Sometimes that warning light shows up for something as simple as a weak or dead remote key battery. Other times, the key itself might be damaged, or there could be a blown fuse related to the immobilizer circuit. In those cases, the system isn't actually broken, it just isn't getting the right signal to let the car start. Alright, now that we know how the system works, let's talk about how you can troubleshoot and reset that warning light. The very first thing you should do is check if the battery in your remote key is running low. Your key fob contains a transponder chip that communicates with the ECU, and when the ECU detects the correct key, it allows the engine to start. But if the battery in the key fob is weak, it can't send a strong enough signal to the immobilizer system. In that case, the system may mistake it for the wrong key, which can easily trigger the warning light. Replacing the key battery is quick, inexpensive, and often all it takes to get things working normally again. Now, if you've replaced the remote key battery but that immobilizer warning light is still staring at you, don't worry. There's another simple thing you can try. Sometimes the transponder chip inside your key that communicates with the immobilizer system can malfunction. When that happens, the system can't match the key's ID with the one stored in the ECU, and that triggers the warning light. Simply switching to your spare key can often resolve the problem and reset the warning light, provided the spare key's chip is working correctly. If you found this video helpful and want to see more guides on how to reset dashboard warning lights and fix common car issues, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your fellow car enthusiasts. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update when we drop a new video. Alright, if the light still won't go away, it might be time to give your car a simple reset. One of the easiest ways to do this is by unplugging the battery. Just pop the hood and disconnect the negative terminal of the battery. Wait for about 2 to 3 minutes. This gives the vehicle's electronics enough time to fully power down. Then, reconnect the battery terminal, tighten it up, and start your vehicle again. If the issue was caused by a minor glitch or a software hiccup, this quick reset can often clear the warning light and get the system back to normal. If that warning light is still hanging around, the next thing to check is your fuse box, specifically the fuse for the engine immobilizer or anti-theft. You'll usually find the fuse box either under the dashboard or in the engine bay. Once you locate it, look for a fuse labeled something like immobilizer or anti-theft system. If you're not sure which one it is, check your owner's manual or the fuse diagram printed on the back of the fuse box cover. Carefully pull out that fuse and take a close look. If it looks burnt or the metal strip inside is broken, that means it's blown and needs to be replaced. Just pop in a new fuse with the exact same amperage rating. After that, go ahead and disconnect your car battery for a couple of minutes, just like in the earlier step. Once you reconnect it and start the car, the system should reset itself, and hopefully, that warning light will be gone for good. Sometimes, the immobilizer warning light has nothing to do with electronics. It's simply your key itself. Over time, keys can get scratched, bent, or worn down, especially along the teeth or near the base where the transponder chip is embedded. Physical damage or excessive wear can prevent the key from fitting perfectly in the ignition or from allowing the chip to communicate properly with the antenna. To check, give your key a close visual inspection. Look for deep scratches, bends, cracks, or worn edges. Also, check the area around the base of the key where the plastic housing is. Damage here can affect the transponder chip. If you spot any of these issues, it's best to get a replacement key from your car's authorized dealer. This ensures the new key has a correctly programmed chip and proper shape to work with your immobilizer system. Another possible culprit for your immobilizer warning light is damaged wiring or connectors. The immobilizer system depends on signals from the key's transponder chip, which are received by an antenna. That antenna then sends the signal to the ECU. The antenna and ECU are connected by wiring, and if any of those wires become damaged, corroded, or loose, the signal can be interrupted. When that happens, the ECU may think the wrong key is being used and trigger the warning light. This kind of damage can occur due to normal wear and tear, or even from rodent activity chewing through wires. It's worth visually inspecting the wiring and connectors going to your ECU and antenna. Look for frayed wires, cracked or missing insulation, or corrosion on the connectors. Repairing or replacing damaged sections could be all it takes to reset the immobilizer warning light and restore normal operation. If you've gone through all the previous checks and the immobilizer warning light is still glowing, the issue might be a faulty antenna. This antenna's job is to receive the signal from your key's transponder chip and send it to the ECU, where it's matched against the stored key ID. If the antenna is damaged, worn out, or malfunctioning, it may fail to read the key signal correctly. That mismatch can cause the immobilizer system to think an unauthorized key is being used, keeping the warning light on. In many cars, this antenna is located around the ignition cylinder or near the push start button. Over time, exposure to heat, vibration, and moisture can cause internal failures. If inspection reveals cracks, loose fittings, or corrosion, or if diagnostic tests show it's not reading the key properly, replacing the antenna may be the only fix to clear that warning light.